for everything like Lil Wayne. I was gonna start rapping, but I was like, nah, let me stop. No, gonna keep the show going. It might happen. This next comic, super fun, super live. Hello. Clap it up, everyone. Are we having fun? What? Are we enjoying it? You know, we got, thank you. We get heavy, but we also get light. So light, perhaps someone may think you're a white woman if you're me. And they only see your hands. I don't know if I'll ever get over that, but whatever. Next comic is also super funny, super talented, so if we can get the energy going. Coming to the shade, Cheyenne, where you at?
I need your hand.
The stairs. Cheyenne, everybody!
Thank you, everyone. And sorry for the way that I am. So, didn't know there were only stairs on one side. Hi, once again, I'm Cheyenne. How are we all doing? All right, who wants to talk about their day first? Too slow. All right, so back to me. I have a YouTube channel. Thank you. Most people just nod. And so I love my YouTube channel. It's like my little baby. That's not my cat. And I post very fun, girly videos, talk about ICE detention centers and, how Jim Crow could be genocide, wig tips, just all of the things a girl could ever need. And so I was very surprised to see that my first comment was by a man. I was like, oh my God, bisexual energy, But no, the comment was, why was this recommended to me? And I was like, wow, he should come to this show. That's such a funny question. Because I was like, why does this comment have more likes than my video? Just doesn't seem right. I say this because my YouTube channel is Cheyenne New. It's my first name and not my last name because I grew up in a time where that mattered. Not sharing your last name mattered. And I did new because it was like I was 13 and I was a know-it-all. Like self-acclaimed a know-it-all at 13. Do you know how obnoxious you have to be at the age of 13 to be like, I know everything actually. You should all listen to what I say. So you don't. That's fine. I'm self-confident since a young age. But I wasn't actually, because the other reason, just to say that, my last name is Boozer. So it's like, there was a little insecurity. And it doesn't help when every adult I meet, they ask if I was bullied as a child. It's like, whoa, come on. Ask if I like milk in my coffee first. It's okay, so here's the circumstance. Office job. We all know that office jobs are BS. Human resources is proof that office jobs are BS. And my last job, our company culture was literally to avoid working as much as possible. So this leads to a lot of downtime, a lot of conversation. And one of my coworkers, Brett, while we were making coffee, I was telling the truth about the coffee. He was like, Cheyenne Boozer, Cheyenne Loser. You must have had a hard time growing up, huh? Were you bullied in school? I was like, wow, I'm being bullied right now. You're bullying me. So I know, it was crazy. I was stunned. And when a Black woman is stunned, there's someone that is there for us. And it's a white woman. All right? White women have never let me down, except the 54% that voted for Trump, Other than those guys, back to Madison, my white coworker. She tried to make it positive. She was like, "Oh, Boozer, that's like a fun family name. I bet you threw great parties." I wish I was a part of the Boozer family. I was like, wow. You know, my parents are alcoholics, but it's not like hereditary. It's like generational trauma. Like, we didn't choose our last name, but it could be the reason why we drank. I don't know. Like, girl, it's the slavery, you know? So, yeah. They were pretty surprised to hear back from HR. Because, surprise, I wasn't bullied in school. You're welcome. However, I was bullied in home, so I think they call that child abuse. I don't know. Like, so I'm not gonna go into that because you're already feeling sad for me, and that's not what I wanted. But I am gonna tell you, you know, the positive side of having a mother. She let me do a lot of things after school. Middle school, she let me join science club. Got to stay after school for an hour to put Mentos in Coke bottles. Thank you, Florida education system. All right. Not too much on the Florida. I'm not there anymore, but not too much. Anyways, she also let me do Taekwondo. Thank you. I'll do a very slow roundhouse kick just for you. Actually, I won't. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna do that here, but I could, you know, I'm capable of doing it. But lastly, my mom, I think she really prepared me for my after school job, which was like working at Hooters. You know, after time, I think I realized that she just wanted me out of her house. She was just preparing me for liftoff. I lost some of you there, and it's okay. You've never had a black mom, you know? She says, if you're going somewhere, do you have a ride? Because I'm going to sleep. That's how it goes. My parents are definitely the reason why I am the way I am. But I think it's also that society's lying to us. Like the dating myth that men make the first move. Liars. It's a lie, because at this point, I've touched more dick without direct consent than Kevin Spacey. I'm so proactive in these dating streets. That's just, have you ever been an overachiever? Okay. My friends are calling me Jack the Reacher. It's not that bad sometimes. The thing is, I go out of my way to be an ethical slut, okay? And I'm not talking about like the non-monogamy, whatever bullshit, okay? I like one person at a time. I'm not that. All right, I'm gonna stop because this is Brooklyn. Polly's cool. Good job, guys, sharing. So I try to be a slut on the one-on-one basis, you know, on Bumble. So it's pretty simple. You want to hook up, but you want to be straightforward about it, and you want to make sure that you're getting what you want. That's why we have sex, right? To have fun. And so here's how the conversation goes, typically really easy. Hey, hi, how's it going? Great, want to have sex? Awesome. What's your dick size? Suddenly you ask that and it's, whoa, you know? You just saw the response right there. But I just need us to acknowledge that certain, you know, women of a certain size may require certain equipment. And would you rather have me disappointed now or leaving, you know? So that sounds bad. But this is the ethicalness of the hookups, okay? My point is the responses usually go one of three ways. You ask a guy what his dick size is. First answer, actually, big enough. And it's like, okay, well, I'll be the decider on that. But cool. A second one is like people get weirdly defensive. They're like, well, what's your bra size? It's like, okay, does 44I mean anything to you? Because it doesn't to Victoria's Secret. And then last one's usually like a guy asks if I want to see a picture. Because no one's ever just gonna give me an answer. I don't know why men are so difficult. But nevertheless, I persevere and I say, sure, you can send me a picture. Please include a ruler. You know? I just need people to know that Roku is not a standard unit of measurement. It's not. They're not as uniform as you think. So that's me. You know, it's the end of Venus retrograde. I'm gonna bring it back to the stars. I know a little bit about stars. So Venus retrograde was almost an exact continuation of your life 8 years ago. So not only was it Trump's first official year in office, but a lot of people got, almost like feral sexually around that time. Not gonna say it was me, but this was the time to grow from that period. And, previously I made the mistake of dating a guy with a girlfriend. And, mistake. And then this year, I was like, okay, we block him when we find out he has a girlfriend.
Nice.
Great. Yes, all right, I'm gonna finish this up. Let you guys. I'm like, how else can I tell you I'm a deviant? Oh my God. Actually, I'm gonna wrap it up about how I'm better than my ex. So we'll end there. Thank you. You're gonna leave with the best impression of me. So my previous partner was white. It's okay. It's not a preference, you guys, but it is availability, and that's what's happening there. But I realized dating him that I'm better than him because we get mad at different stereotypes. Like, he gets mad about stereotypes about white people. And it's like, Ashton Kutcher is telling the truth. I asked him, so there's a stereotype that white men don't wash their legs. And I said, babe, do you wash your legs? And he said, the water runs down them. Guys, Google it. He's not the only one I fear. So I'm better than him, because I don't like stereotypes about other races. Like, I don't like the stereotype that Asian people are good at math because it puts a lot of pressure on them, and they typically already have 2 parents. So I just think that you guys should lay off of them. Also, if Asian people are good at math, that implies that there's a race that's bad at math. And I failed calculus twice. Thank you.